back to Recipe Dancing. I mean Psychonauts. My name is Jason Arilani, and we are on part 7 of our adventure. Click the bottom annotation on the screen, which will take you back to part 6 if you happen to miss it, and click the top annotation to go back to part 1 if for whatever reason you've decided to join me in the middle of it and actually realize, hey, I want to watch this from the beginning, which I suggest you should. For those of you who are actually on the right track, we are inside Milla Vodello's mind, inside of her giant dance party, and we're going to continue on to try to get our Levitation Merit Badge. Almost said Learner's Permit, and I'm like, oh wait, I already have that. So, now we get to have to jump up high and then float through these rings. Like I said, this is what I was trying to show you.
Thank you, sweetie. I feel so much better now.
It leads me up to some area, and I can't remember what's up there. Probably one of, like, the last baggage or something like that.
Come on, let's take it a little higher now.
Levitation is just my all-time favorite
Ooh,
power.
look at the crowd. Things are starting to pick up. See that draft up above, darling? Jump into it and float and see where it takes you.
What do I keep thinking that I'm missing something here? I don't know. And I heard from someone there's actually like some sort of secret area in here. I have no idea where it's at, and I kind of wish I did. I'd show you it, but I honestly don't know. Maybe if I find out and come back to it, I'll actually use the brain tumbler to go back into her mind just to show you this secret area. So we're just gonna work through, we're gonna grab this, and then we're gonna, oops, don't need that. We're gonna roll around a little bit out here. There's a couple of figments. Now I said I'm not trying to get a 100% completion, and I'm not. But I still want to grab a few things here and there. Eventually I'm also gonna have to get 50 arrowheads and get that dowsing rod. Oh, there are sensors that come through here. Forgot about them. Whoops. They aren't very, many of them, and as you can tell, they aren't entirely powerful either. Okay. So these ball returns do actually help out. And yet this is the only place that they'll ever be in. You'll never find them anywhere else. And you actually get to see one used. Oh god. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Boing. Oh cool. So launch me up here, I don't have to worry about that. Shut up. So now we can run around here, but we're not going to actually complete it until we jump onto it. Nope, I fell. Okay. Try again. Boing. So what if I just do this? There we go. So we just gonna have to ride the rail to get through all the rings. Because it's gonna start lifting that one up. So we jump off, wait for it to come back. There it is. Beyond. There we go. We can sit here and wait. Ooh, rank up. 3 more ranks. Oh, hello. Float, 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 float. Floaty, 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 float. Ha. Oh, my game is like going incredibly slow. It's always fun. Alright, now we're gonna continue. Jump over here. see, the sensors in here actually have hats. So it's kind of fun. Milla's adventures. So it shows some things that she's actually worked on with Sasha before. And showing her powers and how they work and what she's done. As you can tell, getting the mind of the president. Saving Sasha. And then maybe a little bit something extra just for them. So, it's always fun to be able to see where am I going? Oh, that's right, I remember now. This, which you can climb. And you actually get to learn something about levitation.
When you are levitating, you are also protected from all sorts of icky things. But some things, like those spikes, those are always bad news, whether you are levitating or not. So watch out!
So yeah, as you can see, I hit the spikes, pop my bubble, but I can go through here, no problem. I can go through here, no problem. I can go through here, no problem. And
that shouldn't be happening. Darling, do you have some problems with water? Do you want to talk about it?
It's a long story. Maybe later.
Okay, I'm always here for you, darling. Let me just say that it's very normal for boys your age.
so, as Raz explained to the other guy earlier, his family's been cursed to always die by water. So no matter what, it's always saying they're going to die in water of some sort, and that's why your levitation's actually not going to help you over water. But the other three, it just works fine. For everyone else, I assume it works just fine over water, but Raz is different, and Raz has to be special, be not good with water. But that was what that little section there is, to show you that it'll help you against the different elements. So, now where am I going? Aha, there we are. Jump. Oh, that's right, I gotta actually jump over this. Oops. Oh, cool. I was like, oh, this is not gonna end well. Boing. Boing. Float. So that way you can land down there properly. That way I can just jump over there. That way I can go over there. That's the only purpose for actually being up there, so that way you can gather her. Unfortunately, by doing that, I launched myself up here. Or back here. So now I have to do this again. And I just realized that I never actually completed my timer. Or turned on my timer, so this is gonna be fun. So now I'm just gonna have to guess. Oh, shut up, go away. So as you can see, it's actually easier sometimes to do that because you don't have to worry about trying to aim with your side blast. It also takes a little bit more hits, so whereas that takes 3 punches, it only takes 2 side blasts. So that's where things differ a little bit. Sorry about the break there. The game decided that it wanted to cut out on me again, but you haven't missed anything except a loading screen, so now we're going to continue on down this tube, and there's a race.
Okay, it's time to see how fast you are, darling. Ready? Get set, go, baby, go!
So now our objective is to beat Bobby in the race. Not necessarily beat the others, but it says to beat Bobby, and that's what we intend to do. So this is where it just kind of shows you levitation is actually a little bit faster. If I tried to run this whole thing, I'd lose no contest. So it does show you how levitation is faster than walking, but sometimes can also be more difficult to work with, as evidence from the fact that you can see things are just incredibly shaky and hard to control. Especially when you go through there and speed up. But I'm also doing way better this time than I did before. That's kind of nice. This upper path is actually also nice because it lets you skip everything, and it lets you gather more pigments. I don't know if there's actually some down below that I've been missing this whole time, but I know up here it's a little different, and as you can see, I'm still very far ahead of everybody in this whole match. Aside from when I do that. Oh god. No! Alright. Come on, I gotta get past. I was doing so well too. I gotta go through and beat Bobby still. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Really? Make me do that? Oh. Nope, I think I'm lost.
Oh, darling, you looked good, but sometimes speed is important. Why don't you try the race again? Okay, it's time to... Ready? Get set!
Oh, lovely. So
Go,
I have to do this
baby,
all over
go!
again. This is gonna show that. So, I messed up, and now I have to do the race again. Oh, well. Note to self, don't try doing the stupid float thing, because that was what messed me up at the beginning. I was doing so well, too. I know, at this point I'm kind of boring, because I'm just doing something I've already done. And it's never fun to actually have to show things twice. Which is why I've also skipped through my replays whenever my game decides to quit. Because the one problem with this game, and it's one thing that I really, I hate so much about this game, is just the fact that if you end up leaving for one reason or another, it actually puts you back to the beginning. So every time that I've had the game reset on me, I've started in the beginning of the person's mind. So those times that I was actually trying to recover in Sasha's mind, it actually kept messing up on me every single time in the same spot. And so I ran through the very beginning of that like 3 or 4 times before I actually had it completed, and that was why I was kind of frustrated towards that one. Whereas this one, I've just had to do this second time, all that beginning part. On the bright side, this is something that you'll see later on in the video. There's actually a little secret that I had mentioned earlier, and you are actually going to see that coming up, because when I came through, I actually found it. So you'll actually see where that secret room was that I was mentioning.
You did it! You are quick like greasy lightning! I'm so proud of you, darling! You're so fast, you'll be at my party in no time, eh?
I love that he just continues rolling on.
Okay, if you want to get up to where the action is, you're going to have to do a lot of floating in this room, baby. Good thing you're so light on your feet.
Unfortunately, it also, when the game quits on me, it doesn't actually save that I've done all this stuff, so I can't even use these little lovely teleporting guys to teleport me back to these places, because the game just decides that, oh, you actually haven't done this yet. And I'm like, yes, I have. Quit messing up on me, and you'll see that. Do what I want you to do, game.
If you float in some areas, you might get a little more oomph than usual.
And I'm actually gonna cancel out because I really wanted that figment. As you can see from my rank there and the figments. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. Come here. I know, I just got up there and then I found that and I'm like, nope, mine. Oh, no, 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 don't get me stuck down here. Ah, no, stop it. Thank you. No, stop it. Stop. I jump again and float. No! Oh, balls. This was my least favorite room in this entire game. Just trying to get up. Turns on the
Now you're going to have to
fan.
use your Psyfloat again to get those rings spinning.
So pretty much, you jump through all the way to the bottom. And if you don't know where the rings are, you can always just let go and then float again, and let go and then float again. And that's essentially what you have to do in order to turn them on, because you can't really see where the rings are from down below. And now that you got that, you go over here, drop down the purse. I just saw something else that I want. No, 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 float, 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 float. Float up, float up, float up, float up. Because you saw it too, is that little thing over there. You gotta float up high enough to get it. It's actually the only thing that's extra. So then we can float from here over to there. And that increases my ability to Psy Blast more. So it actually increases it from 30 to 35, plus it also refills it. So it's always good when you have a, when you've been using it a lot, is what I meant to say. I know, I stumble over my words sometimes, it's okay. And as you can see, she's up there dancing away. We made it to the party room. So we can jump over here and do that. That, it just kind of takes me back to the exact same spot I was already at. But essentially, so it does that.
Who's that I see? It's Rasputin, the rolling rock star, in the flesh! And just in time, the party was dying without you, darling. Here, I have a little party favor for you.
Back to Psychonauts. My name is Arilani. This is a little extra that I'm throwing on at the end of part 7, where I said that I wanted to find the secret area. Well, it's actually towards the very beginning, where I'd actually mentioned it originally. I was looking for it. It's actually this little side room. You missed me entering here, and she actually said, now why would you want to go in that room? Let's go back, and there's actually the second vault is in here with a couple of other things. So this is the secret room, and there's also the vault here. So Mia's children. So it looks like she has a bunch of children, feeding them all very happily. They're all loving her. Gets to a fire, screams of her children in her head. So I think that's one bad thing about Mia, is that she's got this little past involving her children, and that's how she is now. So probably a vault she probably wouldn't want me to see, but I decided I would show it to you guys since I said that I would come back here. For now, I'm actually going to head back to finish part 7. For those of you who've actually seen the whole thing and now are at this part, you know that it cut out on me and I actually had to go back, so I ran through and that's when I came to this part, so now I actually don't have to go back later on. So, here we are, and I'm going back to a part you've actually already seen.